Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So today's day 2 of the National Sports Collectors Convention. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm going to put some video in over here, some photos too. The photos are things that I found interesting or funny in some cases. I want to talk through some of the things. So first of all, you're going to hear a lot of complaints about the traffic. And that's, for me, probably the only problem. Well, maybe the men's room situation, but the traffic going in, coming out, it takes forever. And I don't remember that being a problem at the last 2 nationals in Atlantic City and Chicago. Maybe it was, but that's really it. And it's 10 or 15 minutes each way. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of to be expected when there are tens of thousands of people in one place at the same time. Not a big deal to me. I picked up massive Grail cards, 6 cards from my collection of Envy 100 list. So I've now get to cross off 6 of those cards, and now that puts me at like 22 or 23 out of the 100 I already have, or closing in on 25 maybe. So yeah, I ran into a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of viewers of my channel who recognized me and said, hey, which I love. I even bought 3 cards from a guy who watches my channel. 2 cards. I'm going to show those in a little bit, but some of the things I want to talk about. If there's anything you want at the National, you can probably find it. I know it's kind of a myth to say if you can't find it at the National, then it doesn't exist. That's not quite true, but pretty much any card you can find. And you could spend a lot of time going through the corporate booths. If you want to see videos of the corporate booths, like the Whatnot Pavilion, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have that video. I'm not interested. I am interested in the big auction house stuff. That stuff I love, but I don't remember. I don't have much. Oh, I stopped in at, is it Heritage Auctions that's doing the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz. So those were stolen in 2005 from the collector who owned them, and then returned to him in 2018 by the FBI. And the guy who stole them was presumably spending time in prison. I don't know if he still is or was, but so I got a picture of myself with those because I knew my 14-year-old would love that, and so that was fun. There's pretty much there's even Pokemon stuff at the Sports Collectors Convention. The prices are amazing, by the way, for sports cards, and there's a ton of vintage raw cards. Raw, vintage, everywhere. Like really good vintage too. You're not gonna find very many, I don't know, Sandy Koufax rookies raw here, but there are tables that are just raw vintage Hall of Famers. It's pretty interesting, actually. There's tons of memorabilia. There are magazines. There's a guy I found that just had a Jackie Robinson display. His whole case was Jackie Robinson. And I miss out on some of his displays, even though they were also Jackie Robinson, just because there were other people there. It's packed. Even for a Thursday, it feels busier than Chicago last year. Maybe it's not. I couldn't find a place to sit at lunchtime. And I walk around by myself. That's the way I prefer. I love talking to YouTubers when I find them, but I'm walking around by myself. I want to be at my own pace. I got lunch, and there are a lot of options for meals. I got a bowl of pasta and sausage and garlic bread. It was good. Hard to find a place to sit at lunchtime. It was right at 12:15-ish. Man, so I went in wanting to get I'm tired. A 1941 play ball Ted Williams. And Mike Baseball Collector yesterday showed me a table, a guy that he's apparently friends with, who didn't want to come down on my price. And I understood. And I ran into Double D Vintage today. And he said, oh, you got to go to Payne Collectibles, or whatever they're called. So I went over there, and it's the exact same table that Mike Baseball Collector took me to yesterday. And we Where is it? We did come to an agreement on a 2.5. PSA 2.5. This is now the most expensive card I have ever purchased. He had it priced at $12.50. I offered him $11.50 cash, and we came to an agreement. So these are going for, I was looking at them earlier yesterday, I want to say like $1,400 or $13.50. So the prices are really, really good. And the dealers, for the most part, have been willing to work and come down. I'm seeing below comps fairly consistently, or they're pricing them right at comps, and then you negotiate down. By the way, there are supplies places everywhere at the National, but what you can't find supplies from, in my opinion, the best supply company out there, which is the Penny Sleever. This video is sponsored by the Penny Sleever. Use my code JWH for 10% off at thepennysleever.com. You can get bundles of supplies. You can get single supplies, penny sleeves, mags at way cheaper than you're going to find at the competitors, in my opinion. From what I have seen, use my code JWH for 10% off at thepennysleever.com. Link is in the description to this video. So then I found a dealer who had three, and I don't collect football cards, but I had 3 cards on my collection of MV100 list, which I will be rolling out. I'll start rolling it out very, very soon. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll also have a day 3 video tomorrow, and then follow-ups after I'm home too. This guy had, and I think O.J. Simpson is a reprehensible human being, but I did want his rookie card. And I got his rookie in a PSA 3, Barry Sanders rookie in a PSA 8, and Gale Sayers rookie in a PSA 3. Bundled these together. I don't remember what I paid. It was cheap, $175 maybe for all 3 of these. $250. I don't remember. It was not much money. Got a great deal on these 3. So those are, I have a Jerry Rice rookie, and so those go nicely with that. I've also been looking at Dan Marino and Joe Montana rookies, but haven't pulled the trigger on any of those. Then I went to a table, and the guy who was manning the table, he wasn't running it, but he was there helping. Super nice, and I can kind of tell he's really friendly, and he's talking to me a little bit, and he's looking at my badge. And I keep asking him to see a couple cards. I wanted to see 2 big cards. And he's very, very helpful. And he says, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Maine." He's like, "Oh, you're Junk Wax Hero." And I said, "Yeah." He said that he was looking, he recognized me, but because my badge, I'm not going to share, I don't know who this is, but my badge just says Chris something, with a different last name, and I don't know who Chris is. And so he saw that and he was like, "This looks like Junk Wax Hero, but his name isn't Chris." Sure enough, I was given the wrong badge. I don't know. So we made a deal. He helped me out for a Gretzky rookie in a 3 and a Koufax rookie with a pinhole right there in an authentic. So that's 6 cards today off my list. Big boy cards. Really, really excited. I texted Oliver the picture of the Gretzky. My friend Oliver, also a collector, would love to have a Gretzky rookie. I texted him a picture of it, and he said, "Oh, that's a rough 3. No, he said, "That's a rough-looking 3. And I said, "You're a rough-looking 3. Yeah, that's the kind of friendship we have. So, yeah, I'm really excited to add these. Gretzky Koufax rookie, and I have the Koufax 56 autographed, but I didn't have the rookie. Ted in a 2.5, which is better than I would have expected to get, and only a little bit more than I wanted to pay. Gale Sayers, 66 Philadelphia, 70 OJ, 89 score Barry Sanders. So I'll be back in my hotel room early, take a little nap, going to the YouTube get-together tonight, which I'm really excited about. If you go to my community tab on my page, you'll see I've shared out 3 YouTube channels that I would love to help. You should go check out, subscribe if you like them. 2 of them I met today. They introduced themselves. I subscribed to their channels. I'm going to check out their videos. I then shared them. One of them is Ken's Cardboard. I ran into him today, met him, great guy, and I shared him out. He was at 997 subscribers. So I shared him out. I'd love to get him to 1,000. So go to my community tab. Make sure you subscribe to me, of course. And I'll have another video tomorrow in the more. Probably not on Saturday because I've got some family time once I get home. But Sunday I'll do my clearing the bases, and then next week I'll do some more national stuff. I actually have a really fun idea for a national follow-up, so make sure you're subscribed. Oh, yeah. I saw Jeff Wilson. It was funny, I was actually standing looking at cards, and I recognized a voice, and I couldn't place it, and I look over, and there's dozens of people, and people filming, and yeah, it's Jeff Wilson.
What do you think in the comments? But I know this one's going to do well in Atlanta for sure, so I'm happy to bring this back.
It was much better earlier in the day when I recognized a voice, and it was Greg from Midlife Cards. Yeah. All right. Thanks very much for watching.